Hello YouTube! I thought it was about time that I gave you an update on where I have got to with the LEGO Hoth MOC. Here right now in the UK it's the summertime, so LEGO time has been a little bit reduced compared to what I'd like, but nonetheless I have been able to make some good progress. So in this video we'll cover three parts. I'll show you my new frontage. We've got an ice river and Hoth, controversial, but I'll cover why I've done that. I'll show you the improvements I've made to the motorised gate, so done lots of good work there to make them far more efficient and effective. And over here we've got some trenches that we'll look at in a bit more detail, and then I'll mainly spend some time covering what we're going to put in the gap over there, and I'm going to also do some shout outs to a lot of the wonderful YouTube channels that have helped me with ideas for that, and also some other YouTube channels that I've come across in recent months that I think are deserving of a shout out. So let me focus down here. So here we have a new frontage to the Hoth base. So you can see straight away I have built an ice river. Now this is possibly controversial because obviously in Hoth, in the movie, there is no ice river, but I thought I'd do this to see what it looked like, and I was quite taken with it. So I really like the way that the bank overlaps onto the ice, and I think it creates quite an effective frontage for the base. And of course it breaks up all of the white. So one thing I'm conscious of is that there's lots of white on Hoth, and anything I can do to add a bit more colour and detail, I will give it a go. So I think I'm going to keep this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you a purist in that Hoth should only be built in the way that it's built in the movie, or are you a bit like me in that you think you can add a bit of creativity and do your own thing for your own Hoth? So that would be cool to let me know what you think. Then we have a new Hoth turret. So this is from the movie, so this is pretty nice. So this is roughly based on the turrets that came with some of the older Hoth Lego sets from a couple of years ago. Obviously mine is much bigger, and I've used bigger pieces, bigger tubing pieces. I've got a ladder going up to the top, and then inside, just stand up, we have a Hoth trooper, and he has enough space to sit down, and he's got his computers in there, and he's got his own atmosphere in there, so he doesn't need his breathing apparatus. And I've even given him a bit of a visor so we can see what's coming. And then it just about goes round. It would be a bit of a shame if he shot there and started to destroy his own base. But I think I'm really happy with how that's turned out, because it took me quite a few goes to get the shape right, especially the top part here, and making sure it was circular all the way around. But I'm really pleased with it. Got some troopers on their tauntauns, and eventually over here we will have an ATST attacking the base, flanked by a bunch of stormtroopers, so it won't be just this rather unlucky guy here that's about to get eaten by tauntauns and shot at by rebel troopers. So I'll be able to build footprints coming along here, and we'll have the ATST here, and again that will help with removing some of the white and also frees up these pieces here that I'm quite desperate for the rest of the base. So I'm going to show you what I've done to the motorised Hoth gates, but before I do that I'll just show you the trench work. Okay, so throughout the base I'm going to have snow trenches that the rebels have dug out and then added their panels so that they can walk and run along. I'm not sure I'm going to totally keep the effect here. I wanted it to be a bit messy, where they've kind of dug snow out and shoved it over the top. I'm going to keep working on that because I'm not quite happy with how it's looking at the moment. It just doesn't, it looks a bit blocky to me, so I think I need some more curved parts and more smooth tiles to make it look more natural. And I've got trenches going along the front of the base. This is how the troops will exit the base on foot. Obviously the snow speeders and the Falcon can fly out. And I've given them some weaponry, so that if the base is under attack, they've got some heavier weapons rather than their blasters to use. These two here are from an official set. I think they're actually officially Imperial weapons, but for me I'm using them for my rebels. So I just built a nice platform on top of the snow, where they've got some storage, a computer and the two weapons. And eventually over all of this I want to make it look quite messy, so there'll be boxes and storage and guns and pipework over the entire base, so that it looks a bit ramshackle, just how it did it in the movie. And similarly over here, this weapon here comes from a set, all the rest is just stuff I've thrown together. Having the tubing going into the mountain suggests that the mountain is powered, which will also provide the power and the energy for the Hoth gate. And then just here I've started to think about how do I have bigger power facilities and tubing and wiring going around the base. So that part there, I'm going to build some kind of unit that then has more tubing going this way and coming towards us, so that it then provides a network of tubing across the base. We'll just pan out so you can see that a bit more. In fact, I'll walk around to the other side. There we go. So you can see I've got cutouts here. So these areas here for the snow speeders and for the Falcon, that's where the landing bay will be. Now I haven't worked out what the landing bay is going to look like yet, but that's my next part, or next but one part to the build. So again, it'll be good because I'll be able to get more colour involved. So I'm just having a look around at what ideas and inspiration I can get to come up with the design for the landing bay, and we can have lots of equipment and people working on the ships and things to give it more hustle and bustle. Just back to the trenches, so each of the mountains has the control centre, so this man here and his buddy over there will be able to control each gate, which I think is pretty good. And then I will show you what I've done to the gate itself. So first of all, from the back, so this is now finished, so all of the panels are in, and you can see I've now got an interlocking feature rather than the block feature that I had before, and that actually makes it close up together, which is quite exciting. So let me demonstrate that to you now. Okay, so the new improved motorised Hoth doors. So as I mentioned, we've now got the interlocking design which helps it close. In terms of the gearing and motorisation, inside now we have 2 gears per each gate, which helps to slow the movement down. And then on the flooring, on the base, it's now tiled instead of studs, which helps it make it much more smoother. And although before I liked the studs because of the sound it made, obviously the motorisation sound now covers that up, so I can live without that. But here we go, we're closing them up. So there we go. So you can see we've got a gap here, but I don't think I can do anything about that. I think that's something that we just have to live with. I think it actually looks pretty cool, actually. I did experiment to try and get rid of it, but you cannot, or I cannot, unless someone can tell me how, make it so that it joins together and removes the gap. So I think that's pretty cool as it is. Now let's show you them opening. There we go. So I'm really happy with those. They are now done. So that I started those probably 8 months ago, and got them up and going, and they were okay, and then they kept tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, and now they are officially done. So I'm happy to have that done. That's great. So thanks everyone for all of your help with those that gave me the tips for motorising in the first place, Megalomaniac, and all of the advice on gearing and slowing things down, GJ Bricks and Megalomaniac, and a bunch of other people from Facebook. So really appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys. So when I did my last big Hoth MOC update, which was about 2 or 3 videos ago, I asked for some ideas and help of what I could build here. And you guys came up with some really awesome ideas, lots of ideas, and I'm going to share what you've all said now. So all these channels that I'm about to call out, I've put their link on the description of this video. So do me a favour, if you are in this list, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to all the other channels in this list. And if you're not in this list, do check them out as well, because there are some awesome channels that I'm about to talk about now. And if we all subscribe to each other, we will be a stronger network. So the LEGO community, something I talk about a lot in my videos, so absolutely an amazing bunch of people. We help each other, we support each other, we swap ideas, we help each other solve problems, and it's brilliant. So by subscribing to each other's channels, we get stronger on YouTube, so please make sure you do that. So without further ado, some of the ideas I've had, as I mentioned, were really fantastic. Some of them were quite funny. So let me go ahead and start reading out what we've got. I do have a piece of paper here with the channel names on because I just couldn't remember them all. So first of all, Lego Dude, you are a fantastic channel for stop motion. So really impressed with the quality of your videos. You suggested that I could build, maybe not here, but maybe somewhere in the Hoth base, a frozen X-Wing, like a crashed X-Wing frozen into the ice. So that's superb. That's a great suggestion. That shows how deep you think about these things. So thank you very much for that. Robin Hull, the famous collector of Fabuland, you suggested that we have a Starbucks. And I thought maybe we'd call it a Star Wars Bucks in the Hoth scene. So thanks for that suggestion. It's, you know, if you've been out in the snow all day, what's better to come home to than a nice hot cup of coffee? My good friend Kelly Marie, you thought that the Rebel Troopers deserve a spa. Again, you've been out fighting the Empire all day, you're tired, you're sore. Why wouldn't you want to come home to a nice warm spa? And along a similar line, Brixtonville. Now, a lot of you will know Brixtonville. He has the greatest city of lights on YouTube. If you don't know him, then go and check him out instantly. You thought a gym stroke sauna. So similar to Kelly, you guys are the people. You're in it for the people. You're thinking of the troops. You want them to be happy and safe. So good on you for those suggestions. My good friend GJ Bricks, Greg. So Greg's channel, by the way, covers everything to do with Lego. If you don't know Greg, go and check him out. If you want to know anything about Lego, trains, cities, latest news, he's got it. He's very active and very busy with his channel and his videos, so do make sure you drop him a subscriber. You suggested that we have some kind of manufacturing area, maybe a droid factory. That's really cool. Or some kind of crane that's building perhaps the turrets or parts of the turrets or weaponry for the troops. That's really good. Jeremy from Rogue Transformation. So Jeremy has the greatest Star Wars MOC I've ever seen, and that's based on the Convoy X from the Solo movie. It's utterly astonishing, so please go and take a look at that one. So you thought a Tauntaun area or a feeding station would be good, and I think that's a great idea. So I probably will build that in somewhere, not there, but somewhere. Don't know where yet, but it'll come to me as we go along. Adora Build. So Adora Build builds the most colourful Lego I've ever seen. She has a wonderful presentation style, very good channel, and she focuses on Friends Lego mainly and anything that's kind of cute and colourful. So I really like her channel. And you thought some kind of power generator, comms stroke station. So obviously in the movie we have the power station, the very famous scene where the AT-AT Walker shoots the generator to start destroying the base. And I think I don't know if I can build that in. I'm not sure I'll have enough space, unless of course the city starts to shrink. So that might be how we find more space for a power generator. And then the next bunch of channels kind of said similar things, and this is where it gets really realistic for me. So Lego Man 123, you have a great city, and you're a very young builder, but you're a great builder, so I watch your channel all the time, so keep up your good work. EH Bricks, you do some great news stories on your YouTube channel, so if I need to know anything about what's going on in the world of Lego, you're where I go to. Galagade, the ever-present supporter of so many channels, we really love your comments, and we know that you're always there for us, Galagade, supporting us, especially on the live streams and commenting on our videos, so we really appreciate that. Coconut Bricks, that's a channel that's going to go places. So you're into your Star Wars, you've got lots of Star Wars reviews and mocks, and you like the Brick Bakery. If anyone here doesn't know Brick Bakery, then of course you all know Brick Bakery. He's amazing, so you check out his channel and make sure you attend his live streams on Friday nights. Well, Friday nights UK time. He's one of the best live streamers I know. So you all suggested roughly some kind of armoury or sleeping quarters or space for the troopers to be that isn't necessarily to do with the missions, a mess hall. So that is pretty much what I'm going to build there. So there'll definitely be an armoury, there'll definitely be some places for them to sleep, and maybe a few other little bits and bobs too, some features that I've got in mind. So thank you guys for that suggestion. So that's what I'm going to do. And then just while we're on the subject of other channels, there are 5 channels I just wanted to call out that are amazing. So we've got Tan Bricks. So he's currently building a rather impressive Avengers Endgame MOC. So each week or so he provides the latest progress he's made, a bit like I'm doing with Hoth, although I'm not quite as frequent, unfortunately. So do check that out. If you are watching this video because you like Star Wars MOCs, then you absolutely have to check out HW Productions. So this guy is fantastic, and literally every other week he's built a new Star Wars MOC that's incredibly detailed, incredibly effective. So he does really good work in colours and gets the music going on his videos too, so check him out. Brick Players Union, what a nice guy you are, and the way that you present your videos is superb. Really enjoy the mods you make to the modulars. So you take a modular like the Emporium, watch your Emporium video recently, and you make it better and you make it more suited to your needs, and I really respect that, so that's brilliant. Robin Hood Bricks, currently building Bricks Nottingham, going to be his big flagship city. Great guy, great set of videos, do go and check him out, fellow Brit. And finally, Just Lego. So if you're looking for something a bit different, then check out Just Lego, because he has built some really quite good, I don't know what to call them really, gadgets and contraptions. So things where Lego can push weights along, things where Lego is doing mechanical work as opposed to just being display work. So he's pretty clever, so do go and check him out too. Okay, I think I'm just about done now. Apologies for the wobbly camera. Not sure why I'm wobbling the camera so much. Really appreciate you watching the video and lasting to the end. If you've got any comments for me on my work, on my Hoth, then please just let me know in the comments. I do read them all and I respond to them all. And thanks again for watching. And hopefully the next video won't be as long away as it has been in between my updates. But I'll have to see what I can do. Thanks again for watching, guys. Bye bye.